Realtors, are you trying to figure out how to get your next deal and you're just so confused, and some of you have just been in the market maybe a year, 6 months, whatever, and you're saying, I wish somebody would just teach me what I'm supposed to do. Or you've been in the market a long time and you're like, nothing is working like it used to work. That's because the times have changed. You got to change with them. I'm Kathy Burns, and I've got some great tips for you. So stay tuned, subscribe below, hopefully like this, but stay tuned to the end because I got some free giveaways for you. So I've been interviewing some agents on another YouTube channel that I've got called Tech Savvy Realty Solutions. Check it out, link will be below. Anyway, so on there were two different people that I interviewed. One had this Pivo camera, which, check it out. Talk about taking your listings to another level, and even how to farm so that you can do it with video and be very successful and attract people to you, because that's the difference. Instead of buying all these leads that you're competing with so many agents and you're wasting your money for the most part. Stop doing that. Start attracting them to you. Let's say they want to come to you. They got to get to know you. How are they going to do that? On video. And how are they going to do that if you don't know how to do video? Well, you got to get on things like this. Watch YouTube channels. Study what other people are doing. Be cautious about buying into all these different programs. I had one friend, she bought in, spent $4,000, and it did not do what she was hoping it would do. So kind of test the waters first and see what the ones that are actually getting hits and stuff are doing. You can do this on a bare budget in the beginning, but some of these tools will really help you. Where does it start? First, you have to figure out who's your target market. Where are you going to work? For me, my target market was the waterfront. I never wanted to drive all over town because the truth was I didn't have the gas money. I was dead broke when I started in this business. So that was an incentive to stay local. The other was I was from Michigan. I liked the water. I thought, well, there's a higher price point there. So I focused in on the $400,000 to $900,000 price point because at that time, this is back in 2006, 7, 8, they were second homes for a lot of people. And when the market did crash in 2007, 8, when it crashed, those were the first homes that they were selling. So I could get them when they were on the rise and I could get them when they were on the way down. And by focusing in on that, I needed to know it, right? So I had to study it. You got to get good at your craft. So I learned all about the lake. I found out the rules of the lake, the setbacks, the septic systems, all the people that I would need to know as a team that I could work with. And I don't mean a real estate team. I'm talking about different vendors, your plumbers, your septic people, your soil scientists, your lenders, your attorneys, all of that. And because of that, I now surrounded myself with a good team. So now I got a team, I know my target market, how was I going to do it? Well, back then I did it with postcards. And even then, if I were to do that over, I will tell you that I was very selective who got those postcards. It was not everybody. I looked for the second home owners who owned properties on there. I went one by one through the tax records to figure out if they were a second, if they had a different mailing address for that house. That's how I could usually tell. Now, thank God for technology because it simplified it. You can either go on Remine, R-E-M-I-N-E, which is typically in your MLS, or you can purchase a product called PropStream. Now that's about $100 a month. I do have a link below if you want to check that out. That's a really cool tool because that covers a lot more in-depth information than Remine. You can try it out for 7 days for free, so give it a shot. I like that a lot because I was able to target market. I digress. I'll get back to that in a minute. So the point is you got to niche down, figure out who's your target market, it's not just about the money, it's what rocks your world, right? Like, are you going to be like me? I like the water, so that was fun. If you're a first-time home buyer, maybe that's your price point or your people. I got to tell you, the price point on a first-time home buyer is smaller. I'm always looking at my net, not my gross. If you're a newer agent on a team, there's a lot of different pieces that commission gets split up to, right? Always be evaluating your net. Now, That does not mean don't be on a team if you're new. I wholly think that you need to be on a team when you're new to get guidance and training and support, leads, lots of stuff like that. However, pay attention to your team because you want them to be current with tech and things that they're doing on there instead of old school ideas that people have been doing for years that take much longer. You need to be current. You need to align yourself with a real estate company that's high in tech and not dated in their mindsets, and really pay attention to, you know, how you're going to find those people. Like I said, you can find the properties. How do you find the phone numbers for them? Well, that you can go to Forewarn, Forewarn, and that is also often in your MLS. The beauty about that particular product is it's a background checker to kind of keep you safe, especially ladies, when you're going out there and you're meeting somebody and you have no idea who they are and you're alone. You can pop their phone number in there and find out their background on them. Or if you've got the address, like you can get in Remind or PropStream, you can now look it up and find the phone number, which is one of the ways I love to use that tool. So now you can start calling people. A tip I've been doing lately on how to build a pipeline, because my target market is probably people in their late 50s and 60s, closer to me, right? Because they're moving, they've got money, they've got equity in their property, they're going to move sometime. So in PropStream, I can search them how long they've owned their property. Like for example, I had my VA pull a list, owned their property 30 plus years. They had 50% equity in their home. The price point of the home was $1 million. We exported that list and I put that in, she put it into an Excel spreadsheet. And so now we didn't have the phone number. I said, now go into Forewarn. You are limited with how many phone numbers you can look up in there, so pay attention to that. It's 200, but I don't know what's the time frame for the 200. So anyway, we looked it up and she started putting in the phone numbers. And then you can call the agent, you can call the people at the house and you can say, hey, my name's Kathy Burns, I'm with the LePage Johnson team. I'm wondering if you were thinking about selling your home anytime in the near future. And if they say, no, not interested, say, well, a lot of people enjoy getting a property value evaluation. Would you be interested in that? Comes out every month, just kind of keeps you informed what's happening with the market on your home. Many, many, many times they'll say yes. When they do, all you need is their email. You put it in your CRM. Ideally, you've got one where you can do that. I think you can do that through the MLS, but that's a roundabout way. KV Core is a system our company uses. That would be one, but you can get anything out there that you can go search and find out. Ours comes part of our fees every month. It's KV Core, and we can just create, put them in, and now you've started a drip campaign, right? So now you've got them in your pipeline, and of course you need to stay in touch. Is this a longer process? Possibly, maybe not. What if one day you called and they go, yeah, we were just talking about it, we're ready to do it. Hey, I'd love to come out and see a true evaluation for your house for you, and let's see if I might be a fit. You know what, let's take that back. That's like I'm sounding weak. Let's say if we might be a fit. I like that better, because now you're also standing tall in who you are, and it makes more sense, right? So you can create lists like that, but it all goes back to your niche, right? For me, that's my target market. It's an older it's an older age group. They've got money. They have a higher priced home. And also I did pick my territory. These are some that are on the water, water view or golf course, all within a territory that I'm at. So I know my target market. And also I study it. I utilize ChatGPT to help me pull data on those particular neighborhoods so that I can do social media that I'm talking about with absolute knowledge and certainty of their territory. So if they're moving and they look up anything about me and they check out my YouTube and I'm talking all about that particular neighborhood and I know it, they're going to trust it better, right? Or let's say they're moving to the area and they see all the stuff that I've done on that area. So you need to be the expert, and those are just some tips. So I'm going to have some links at the end here, and it's going to be for that prop stream. It's going to be for the Pivo camera. It's not really a camera, it's the stand. It's the tools that make it work. It's amazing in the app. You can do videos like you have never seen before, really elevating your stature of what it looks like that you do for marketing, right? And there's an app that comes with that. All of that is free as far as the training, the app, all of that. And there's a huge discount with that link that I've got, and an extra one if you use Tech Savvy, which is shortcut for my other YouTube channel. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. If you need more, you got comments, questions, put it all below. Would love to hear from you. Subscribe, stay tuned. I got so